Hello and welcome, guys, to a brand new video. Today, I want to talk about passion, and I want to address nonchalance, the concept of, not caring too much, being almost, you know, nonchalant. So, in recent times, there's this trend of people wanting to be nonchalant, and I understand where it comes from. It's also maybe a meme or maybe a joke, but I think beyond just the joke, it is something that people actually want to be doing. We find that people are trying to be nonchalant, they want to seem like they don't care too much. Oh, it's a shower. That's so cute. Sorry, a bath. And I want to share my thoughts about it. Maybe you share these thoughts, maybe you don't care. Oh, I'm gonna take this bed because I don't want to get killed by phantoms. But yeah, this is a brand new hardcore world. I'm just kind of pillaging this village. But coming back to the topic at hand, I do think, right, that as a culture of people, we're tending to want to not be too we don't want to look like we're trying. I think the issue with this line of I guess thinking for me is that what's wrong in trying? What's the problem with being passionate? And I know I'm confounding different things, but I think our need to want to look effortless in this life is kind of arbitrary in my opinion. So sometimes, maybe it's cool, maybe it's trendy, whatever. But I genuinely do think I would rather look like a tryhard than look like I'm not trying at all, if you catch my drift. So I would rather veer on the side of too much on one side than the other. Oh, what is a bundle? Curious. Oh, interesting. Huh. A mixed stack of items. Oh, okay. So it can be a bunch of random blocks and things. Right, I understand that. Cool. Now I have a full thing of armor, except for some shoes. I'm shoeless right now at the moment. But yeah, I was just thinking about this one day when I was on a run with one of my friends, and I said, hey, I think I want to make a commitment to being more chalant than not in life. Because I heard this one quote, and I'm a huge fan of quotes. It's maybe cheesy, maybe whatever, but I don't care. But the thing is, this quote said, how you do anything is how you do everything. And it makes sense to me. It really does. Because we tend to half-ass so many things in life. And I'm not saying if you if you half-ass things in life, you won't, you won't fully do anything, right? There's obviously things in your day-to-day that you imagine, oh, I put in 100% of myself into this thing. The things you enjoy, the things you want to do. But I think as a philosophy, as a way of living, if you put in everything, if you apply yourself fully in situations where you normally wouldn't kind of commit, I think it could really change the way you move through the world. I don't know. What do you think? Leave a comment in the comments. But let's say, you're at a wedding and you have to rap a song, right? Some people might just say, oh, I don't want to look lame, XYZ, and do a little whatever, right? But are you holding back on these things because of what other people will think? And the same thing with being nonchalant. You're kind of weighing how you want to be moving around in the world by what other people will think. And if you really deep it, if you really consider what that means for your life, isn't that a bit weird, right? Because on one hand, we're the type of creature, I don't know if you are, but we'll say, oh, nobody's gonna tell me what to do, XYZ, and then implicitly everybody's telling us what to do, and we're doing exactly that. We're conforming. So I don't know, is there an inconsistency here, or what is it that I'm missing, right? But yeah, I think those are the thoughts I had for today. Just rounding it out again, bringing back what I began the video with, this notion of being nonchalant, I think is kind of BS, personally, for me. I understand the joke behind it, but on a more real note, I don't like it. And I would rather be that one person embarrassing myself in a situation, because I just want to enjoy myself. I want to do something with passion. I want to give a speech unconventionally at a scientific conference because that's how I want to give it, and not how everyone else does it or how the convention is. So I would rather veer on the side of too much than too little, is what I'm coming out with. And yeah, I would recommend that you consider the same, if at all you want to consider it, because it could be a very, very cool and interesting way to live life. But yeah, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for your time, and I will see you later. Bye bye.